promise you care for me.
Alright, so for today's episode, we're going to be looking at some exchanges, and I really want to show you guys how I'm breaking down the film, my thought process, my defense, my offense, their offense, and just what I'm really looking at and trying to take away from my practices. In this exchange, I want to highlight my defense, really, and, what led to me getting in this position on offense. Alright, so looking at the black arrow, I wanted to get a collar tie and bring him down. Then on the red arrow, he grabs my wrist and pushes it back into me, which forces me, which was the yellow arrow, to step back. Now I'm in this awkward position where I'm smothered, but I don't want both of my feet in his feet. So as you see in both circles, black and green, I want to do a good job of keeping my feet outside of his feet so that I can defend. In this exchange, we're going to look at, how you should attack the center of gravity. Not saying that I did that in this exchange, but how you should. But this is what I'm looking for. So in that black arrow, I want my forward momentum, to attack his upper body. And the green arrow, my leg is supposed to hook around and sweep him off balance, right? That's not what happened, as you can see. The horizontal line is his connection to the ground. The vertical line up and down is his center of gravity. Nothing that I did displaced his center of gravity to that dotted line. Therefore, he was able to defend what I was presenting. In this exchange, I went for O Uchigari, one of the first throws that I learned. But my body was too far away from his body. My forward momentum with that black arrow didn't match that hooking momentum with my foot to get him to sweep, and fall backwards off balance. Again, looking at that horizontal and that vertical line, and how I didn't move him any closer to the dotted line to get him off balance. Now in this exchange, we're going to break it down. There's a lot to look at in this exchange, and it goes back to that center of gravity thing. But let's look at it. So I threw 3 throws. I tried to ankle pick and then leg sweep, but he defended. Then I tried to use my upper body momentum to throw him off balance twice and use my feet to sweep him in different directions. But because of the way he smothered me, nothing I did moved him out of that perpendicular line. So that way he was able to, rotate his hip with the position he already had me in and get the takedown. Now if we switching gears and we're looking at Jiu Jitsu, I don't know that much about Jiu Jitsu. I know how to pass a guard one way and, get inside control. All right, so what I wanted to do was hook around, passing the guard with the blue hook. Then I wanted to staple his leg down with my right leg and use my head to pin him. But that's not what happened. All right, he faked the sweep, and what I wanted to do was post up. You see the 2 blue arrows. I wanted to post up and defend against that. But because he had the arcing bottom black arrow and he pulled my lapel down, there was the base that I set up had already been disrupted, so he could finish what he needed to do. Now on this exchange, went for the staple again, tried to, use my head as that spear again, posted up, but again, the angle that I created with my spear was too open. So now he can circle back out, whether I post up or not, and complete the sweep. And that's really what, jiu-jitsu practices are for me. I'm looking at the film, breaking it down, and just trying to figure out ways that I can get better. My progress is going to take a little bit longer to show, but this is the process.